call me fuego. 93 like me, fire in the sheets, spending summers on the sea. It's okay though, she know way home. Better life on the day,
Miramar is the strongest map, so they need to perform in these 2 upcoming games here if they want to be contesting for those top 4 spots.
Top 4 spots make the big money. You see it on the screen, and they want to put it in their bank accounts. Big shout out to Toomey, Zowie, Intel, and Perrier for making this possible. The roof is opening. The plane is on the air. Will teams be on the road to victory or on the road to the airport? We will find out soon as we head to our casters, the always amazing actualizations of Paper Thin and Toby.
Well, thank you so much, Toffees and the desk, the extraordinary experts of elucidation coming at us today, doing a great job getting us prepared here for the Week 2 weekly finals. 5 games to decide who's going to come home with that top spot of $50,000, $100,000 total on the line here, Toby. And we get it kicked off with a northerly plane on Miramar, and I couldn't be more excited for this, man.
Are we reaching a point now where both you and Toffees have started writing these down just to best each other? Because you're getting incredibly good. They're getting longer and longer and more
This
advanced.
is now my prep.
We're reaching a point where you spend instead of watching bots and stuff, you're just coming up with crazy different ways of putting all these sentences together. I gotta say it's getting rather impressive, but it's also getting pretty extreme at this point. I'm thinking week 8. Half the broadcast is just gonna be you Toffees introducing over first 2 circles and you saying thank you for the next 2 circles. And who knows, speaking of circles, is it happening? Are we going to the islands? Am I getting my first game on the islands? You didn't get your first game on the Southwest Island yesterday, maybe?
True. Yeah, like I said, it can, in theory, end there. There is technically enough space. And I literally saw a heat map and that there was a game on the esports setting that ended there. MCG now doing a bunch of damage. 9 and Bullying getting knocked quickly. Zhao Yang Longsker trying to get up on the hill to cover their teammate Summer with a quick rip. Gonna put Zhao Yang down as well. Only Longsker left. He's taking damage from Ibiza on the back of the hill. Just able to get underneath the horizon with 4 hit points left. Lingdu does fall for MCG, but definitely in that exchange going to be advantage. Multi-Circle Gaming, Buriram. Over on the north side with TSG.
They will try and pull up as best as they can and get themselves a little bit of feed off the splits. And oh my lord, this is working out for them. Got Meow and Konaxi both finds 2, so where TSG thought maybe they were in a good position to hold off. Now they're struggling. Peng is not in a position to help. Yamshia is inside the circle. They need to wrap south around. Let's see, is it happening? Are we winning the lottery ticket? And no, we don't. As expected, goes back on land, and there's still a long journey ahead of them. All these players trying to make their way in. Multi-Circle Gaming lose 1, trying to make their way further inside the circle. They do still have Summer and Tank alive, and now Swit from Attack All Around is trying to wrap around here. All these teams that came in from the northwest are still having to fight each other. That's why there's still such a cluster happening on the north side of the circle.
Yeah, and this is a lot of field in here, south of where Oath is. Right now, you can see between them and VP is a whole lot of nothing. Very, very unforgiving, unplayable territory for the most part. AAA finds a bit of a ridge, at least, that they can hang behind. Meanwhile, TSG out of the frying pan into the fire. It's a Freaka up on the top of the hill. Already Peng knocked a good stun, gonna come down. Sia spotted, Sia finished. Akkad gets it done, point in the bag for a Freaka, but really, Buriram somehow, some way, always finds a way to make you look silly, and I don't mean that in that TSG did anything wrong. It's just Buriram is just so insanely talented. And look at that prize money, $4.8 million so far. All of you at home, you guys are nuts getting those skins, supporting PUBG Esports. You guys are just amazing.
Yeah, that is absolutely insane. So much money on the line for this tournament. And today as well, I mean, today we're going to hand out, I guess you can say, $100,000. So a lot on the line for these guys in the last couple of games. STK trying to make their way out of Impala. They've succeeded so far, but they do have Liquid up close. Liquid currently sitting in first place, at least for now. 3 teams tied at 40, just underlining how absurdly close today is going to be. And we'll see if Liquid can hold off against STK here.
All right, Luke 12 on the front line for SDK. I don't know what that was. That stun, I think, hit Alo more than anybody else there, but that's okay. Grenade on the side. Mexi a little bit hurt, but it's Jeems going to find a cross angle onto Civil. And look at Clib's position right by this tree. Inching closer to SDK. Ooh, Mexi just doesn't even pull the trigger there. He's not ready for it. Luke 12 so fast around the corner, but now Clib comes alive, finds Alo in the back. That's surely going to be 2 down here for SDK. Luke 12 trying to pre-fire Mexi. He does get that knock, but he sees 2 out the window. He's going to try to catch him. That's 1 for Luke 12. He's going to come in here and flush this out. There's still another one coming down this hill. Jeems as well rushing in. That volley's not going to do it. Oh my God. Is he going to do this? Luke 12 is trying to win the 1v4, but now he's on fire and he's got to hit. He's got to hide in this back box, and there just isn't enough heals in time. Oh no, and it's his own molly. Oh boy.
His own molly took him down. In the meantime, now they trade and Gen G on the other side. 2 down on each team. Quick and swift damage being done on both sides. That's unfortunate with the molly, by the way, Luke, but happens. Nice effort. We can go back to that match, or that little skirmish, in just a moment. In the meantime, now 4EM trying to hold up and see if they can do something to third party this. They have the entire hillside, and they know if we can take down these guys in the southeast, we have more space to play around. They want that space, and they're pushing forward to try and get it. Esther falls down as Zenith now make their approach towards this from the southeast.
Yeah, this is a really aggressive push here for Zenith, a third party further outside of the circle with this. 4AM as well, still in the mix up on the top of the hill, and Anonix does find the res onto PO, so I'd say your 2 top fraggers for Gen G up and running. That's pretty nice to have. Buriram is swinging all the way down into this as well, and Anonix finds Xiao Lu, and that's going to be a knock over to 4AM side. PO up on the hill, peeking over, see what's going on. Crazy, time for some smokes, looking at the Murado, thinking about their next move. Circle's going to be making a move as well here very, very shortly, but Zenith's still underneath Gen G. This is pretty steep and unfortunate for Gen G right now.
This could have easily come to cost 4AM. It maybe, I mean, in my book, that was a little bit of an overextend. They could just have followed the circle in and played underneath and held out Gen G, but they opted to push out like straight. Just the angle on the approach wasn't there. Really, now let's see. Anonix will try to get the rest up to his fellow team member and captain, and seems to me like 4AM has a pretty good indication of exactly where Gen G are positioned here. PO should fall. Does he get the flush? Nope, too slow on that one. Naratra gets to claim it from the bleeding, shoots a bit of the corpse, and now they spot Anonix on the other side, but Anonix able to find the first knock. Will he get the second? He's still peeking and survives. No, not gonna happen. God V able to get him down. Lives with the scare, 3 kills for 4AM, and now with Liquid pushing forward, they need to deal with the 2 remaining players from Multi-Circle Gaming as well.
Yeah, Tank gets the opening knock onto Clib, taking a bunch of damage in the side from GEX. So GEX gets a little bit of a hill, a little bit of an angle down in this fight. Summer has found a wedge that he can fit himself into and remain safe from that fire. Ibiza's trying to work the circle line. Clib's going to try to crawl forward, see if somehow, some way. I don't think there's any way in heck he's getting far enough in. Yeah, exactly. Second knock as well, so that's just not going to happen. Ibiza now under fire from Leo. There's a little bit of help, and forget it. It is going to be Summer, the last one alive for MCG, but 7 kills. So a win in terms of having a decent point round for MCG, no doubt about it. Canaxi and Kickstart now doing it, and Noadra just finishing the job. Buriram was 7 as well.
They just keep trying to make me look bad. Every single time I have my smallest doubts on what Buriram are going to be able to bring in around, they come out and they full-on surprised. I was not expecting them first to get past TSG. I thought TSG position was completely perfect, and now they have gotten so much more damage in within this game, finding themselves in the first place overall. Canaxi did go down just before 4AM, doing a great job at holding off here. They have to run in with the blue, though. Get back towards that circle. You cannot get knocked in blue, or you will not be resible. Don't overextend, don't get greedy, play it smart, play it from the inside, and while they didn't get Naratra, they get to keep all 4 alive and now find themselves within the point of placements.
Still, it just is so fun to watch Buriram United, how they're able to escape bad situations with just unbelievable plays that they're able to create. EJ knocked by Forever, and 4AM backs up over the hill. There is still enough of the outside of the warehouse compound there for Afrika to hang out in on the edge of the circle if they so choose. GEX, in the meantime, is swinging towards Summer. I think they know they've got a guy isolated, and maybe they heard and saw the knock and the kill feed and think they might be able to get into Afrika potentially as well. I'm not sure. They just might work the ridge line, but that's going to put them right into ENCE territory.
Look at how much space 4am has made for themselves on the southeast side of the circle. There's nothing that Virtus Pro can really do to push down towards them, and because they went as aggressive as they did, they now have all the space in the world to hold out the compound. You can see there's nothing you can do if you're a Afrika to try and run out. Hikari immediately taken down, and if they're lucky, 4am, Summer might pressure them to push even further forward. We'll see when the snake trap is gonna explode. In the meantime, Snakers finds Jayers. They're doing the exact same thing up towards the northwest, make more space for themselves, hold them out. Snaker succeeds, Relo able to get the final kill, Swit falls down, and that's gonna be attack all around out in 8th.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting now for Oath. They've got some room to maneuver. They've kind of opened enough breathing space across the field line that they could maybe get in and get out of that extremely dangerous territory. Afrika now looking in their back. Summer finds a Groza. ENCE working the edge, seeing if they can maybe clear Oath out. Relo up ahead as he is the play caller, and Scout, it's actually going to be Spyro from the back who's going to get the knock onto him. So Oath trying to make the cross. It is going to be the finish for Spyro as well. Rustenmar going to be knocked by Snakers though. So now they need to regroup and try to see about getting a res for their teammate. And it's getting a little quiet, but the circle isn't going to allow this to go for much longer, with it being, well, I say that, and now Snakers gets some good damage. But we don't have much longer for ENCE and Oath before they have to make a move here.
Nah, you'd have to think that fight is just moments away from happening. Summer, in the meantime, got taken down by Forever. Just said, oh, by the way, Afrika, there's a snake in your compound. I built with him, don't worry. But now you have to come towards us as well. GEX trying to make the force over towards ENCE. I like this idea. They know ENCE were busy trying to shoot towards Oath, and now they might get to catch them off guard. Leo, though, will be the first one to fall. Mao Yi is low on HP, no vest at all. But look at Rustenmar, same situation for him. Low HP, no vest, no helmet either. But does manage to live, at least for now. GEX eliminated. In the meantime, Oath want to try and see if they can make a play, but it's not going to happen. Snakers falls to the explosion. Now Balefrost on the other side will have to try and see if he can do something, but he's a solo player, and I just don't see how he can really impact against the 4-man ENCE here.
Yeah, it's time to prone and see if you could get away with some luck. And 4am has brought it down on top of Afrika, and they are going to finish the job. 9 kills for 4am. Afrika out in 5th. Bale getting pressured by Diggory and ENCE. Now a knock from Hiruzen's gonna help. That's Rustenmar. That's one. Grenades exploding all around. Finally, Diggory gets there, but Rustenmar is going to fall to Balefrost as well. A 4th place finish for Oath. So not a bad start at all to the day for the Oath boys. See if they can continue to find some success and regroup from what was not a good start to the weekly finals yesterday. Smokes out. But ENCE really getting beat up in these last couple fights, and a good grenade gets Diggory extremely weak, going for that first aid kit in the smoke.
Trying to see if he can stay alive, maybe get himself a 2nd place here, but you gotta give credit to VP, you gotta give credit to 4am. Playing 2 very different games in this one. VP had the compound for a good while, able to stay put. In the meantime, 4am, they have been sweeping the entire southeast forever. Nosey's forced to keep on running, just 1 HP, able to make the run to safety. He's gonna try and nade up towards Diggory. They want to get the snake out of the way so they can deal with the team at hand in front of them. The circle going in their way. Hiruzen, Virtus Pro, trying to make their way forward. I know Batulin's been focusing on the guys, being able to play for themselves, being able to really focus on their macro plays. Let's see now if it's going to come into effect.
Yeah, some decent damage done to Crazy here. I was kind of curious if VP was going to try some vehicles. Didn't opt for it. That grenade, if it's a frag, just goes too far. I thought that might clip Crazy a bit, but Forever going to get a knock onto Lou. Now Forever steps up, gets 2. That is VP. Very bruised and battered. Make it 3 now, as it's just Hiruzen left for Virtus Pro. Tries to outduel Crazy. He's going to get that one. They're up and over. It's going to be 4am getting the first win on the day and really establishing a dominant lead here in the Week 2 weekly finals.
15 kill chicken dinner, and they played this end game to perfection. They swept her out the side early in the bottom. They knew we're gonna be battered. We need to make sure that we can keep Virtus Pro at a distance. If we succeed in doing that, if we don't allow them to come close,